Patriots will match up with the Cleveland Browns. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mike, 53, Mike.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Red 80.
Check 99.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Faking the give, Darnold. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check. 53, Mike. Check.
Hey, Steve 6.
To throw is Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. 12 yards there and a first down. You think about the two quarterbacks in this game with Darnold and Mayfield, and you think back to the 2018 draft. Gosh, leading up to that draft, the talk shows and all the rumors about who would go number 1. A lot of people thought it would be Sam Darnold going number 1 and playing for these Cleveland Browns. Josh Allen, Josh Rosen also in the mix. But turns out the Browns, they would get Baker Mayfield, and I think both parties pretty happy with the end result. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on first down with Cannon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Darnold gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he'll go down at the 28.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Now a run. This is below Powell. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Watch twist. Check 4. Check. Red 80. Switch. Waiting.
Topper. Go.
From the 22, Darnold steps away to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Olivier Vernon on the tackle. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
It's our time.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Out right here to Herndon. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Mayfield now. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
A run for Nick Chubb. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing, Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB get...
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get up.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 77 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
39 yards there, a big one.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Red 80.
Off of play action, Darnold. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
180. 20 right.
57 to Mike. 50.
Hey, Charlie.
Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He was brought down by Brandon Copeland.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Mike's 57's left. Yeah, let's get that ball. Pistol. 57's Mike.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down.
Ready?
57, Mike 57. All day, baby, all day. Jump.
General West.
The backup Stanton ready for his first throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Jets take over first and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Browns take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Set, ready? 10 logo.
Check 53, Mike. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
You draw quarter. Ready?
Throwing on first down. Stanton. He's got Njoku over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Watch it.
Greystone, travel. Smooth.
Stanton. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Get ready. Get ready now.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready? 70, Indy.
Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Begin. Switch.
13, spell.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Gator. Hey, orbit.
57 to Mike. You don't want that. Pick up the ball. Mike's 57.
Operating from the gun. Stanton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they're looking for a nap.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Airing one out for Crowder. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett, his second sack of the night. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Now Landry. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Hit it. Mike 57. Let's go one more. Hit it.
On 1st and 10, Stanton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check. 80 weapon.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
57. Mike.
From the gun, Stanton. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Jets on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, box truck.
58's the mic. Well, 58's the mic. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 58, right over there, right inside.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Landry now on the return. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out.
This is caught inside the 15. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Seibert's kick is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. So we come upon halftime, and what's a 12-point game at the break. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the carry, it's Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go, here we go. 10-2 stop. Hey, wahoo. Ready?
On 3rd and 2, Stanton. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught at the 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 50 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Now Stanton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stanton. And it's caught. 16 yards, a 1st down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Young lady. No. Off. Hey, switch gears. Check.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Back. Slam. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Cannon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Call that a very strong gain of 24. By the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. Overall, 2nd leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. In fact, his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends in the league a season ago. On 1st down, Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now Darnold. And he's got a noon one. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Cannon. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Darnold now to throw. And Darnold, he lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Second down and goal. Darnold. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
He's checking. He's
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hit it.
On first down, Stanton. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Second down back at the 50-yard line.
So back at the midfield stripe now, they'll come up second and long.
No such thing as a loss. Hey, high 7.
57's the mic. Rock 57.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time for Cleveland. 49 yards. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again. Under pressure, they got him again. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Check 26. Check 80.
On second down, this is Cannon. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll run again with Cannon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
58, the mic. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
On first down, it's Darnold. He's got Anderson right side. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep them caught.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Watch the whip.
On third down, they go Montgomery. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now it's Darnold. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's
General West.
rush in, rush in, rush in. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. 57's Mike.
Throwing to start the drive. Stanton. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stanton. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Austin Seibert for the Browns.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Ready?
Throwing on 1st down. Stanton, flush to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Ready? 18 gators.
Let's go, defense.
Protein spill.
And here we go. Alert flare, alert flare.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stanton, he's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. A big play that time for Cleveland. 48 yards.
Got it.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those odd...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Larry Ogunjobi, his second sack of the night. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Sheds off the tackle and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. On 2nd and goal, Stanton toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, they're going with Chubb. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Check the out. Check 52. Check 9. Check 80. Showing it. Check.
One last throw now for Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey,